Now let's talk about the world in general. Our planet is ill. This is according to scientists at Earth Commission. It's a Sweden-based climate research group. They've published a new study. It details how 7 out of 8 planetary safety limits have been breached. The co-chair of the group, Professor Joyita Gupta, gave an analogy. She described what would happen if the Earth went to a doctor. A doctor would say that the Earth is really quite sick right now, and it is sick in terms of many different areas or systems, and this sickness is also affecting the people living on Earth. Now you already know about climate change, how humans have been wrecking the planet, how our unending use of fossil fuels is ruining the world. The Earth Commission's new study looks a little deeper. It's not just about the tipping point. Instead of only looking at when the world will end, it looks at human suffering. Look at this chart. It's a bit complicated, I know. I'll simplify it for you. The 8 slices are the 8 planetary safety limits. The little Earth symbol shows where we are regarding those limits. As you can see, the Earth is far beyond the safe zone in 6 out of those categories. Only for one metric are we still in the clear. That's aerosols. It's an indicator of air pollution. Overall, the global air quality is fine. Some cities like New Delhi and Shanghai might disagree, but according to the study, those are local issues. Overall, the global air quality is not in danger yet, and aren't we glad about that? There's also another category where we aren't completely in the red. Surprisingly enough, climate. But as always, there's a catch. The climate limit is not absolute. It's broken into a safe limit and a just limit. The safe limit is the absolute boundary, denoted by 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial temperatures. That's the global warming danger zone. It was agreed upon during the 2015 Paris Climate Agreement talks. If the world crosses the 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold, we are all in grave danger. The polar ice caps will melt, forests will burn, cyclones will destroy the coasts. You know, the beginning of the end. But that's not the only thing that the scientists focused on. They also looked at the just limit. This is 1 degree Celsius above pre-industrial levels. That's when the entire world is not doomed, but heading that way. Humans end up suffering when the temperature crosses the 1 degree Celsius level. Extreme weather events become more common. Droughts, wildfires and cyclones all become more common and deadly, something that is already happening. People in vulnerable regions begin getting affected, mostly through no fault of their own. It's unjustified suffering. That's why it's called the just limit. And we have breached this just limit. Like we said, certain parts of the world are already facing the consequences. So which parts are we talking about? Mostly the developing world. Think about the devastating floods in Pakistan last year, the massive cyclones hitting Bangladesh and Myanmar, drought in the Horn of Africa. Of course, the effects of climate crisis aren't limited to these areas. Europe is suffering too. Heat waves and wildfires have become common there lately, and the danger will continue to spread. There's one small ray of hope though. The Earth Commission says we can get better. We can cure the sickness. But for that, people have got to start taking action. Governments need to come together to fix these problems. If we don't, then the Earth's illness may become terminal.